Okay, I'm recording now. Yeah.
So, we are in the winery, and he talking to Davian.
Davian.
Um, and he basically started to explain like, I haven't really been totally honest with you. Actually, this is I don't, not that he doesn't care about the winery or like the gems or whatever, but the more pressing matter is about this Raven shit, right? So he essentially showed us Brom and Bray, which were the invoice that we saw back in Malaki. And they're were ravens essentially. So I wrote there, don't trust the guy. So I guess you all know how I feel. So don't trust the guy. So the artifact that the druid took, which was the little raven figurine thing, apparently gives them the ability to change their shape whenever they want. Without it, they will just remain as ravens or generally in a quite unstable state lah. So apparently, he said that the druid took it to harness the power of lycanthropy, and they've been like doing shady shit lah, basically for a while now, to I guess become more powerful. That was his explanation to us, and he said that the druids are at Yester Hill, which is south of where the winery is, and they're using the gems to the winery gem things to do some ritual. And the reason why they can, I guess, harness the power of lycanthropy is because they have the power of wild shaping. So it's they just basically want to be the godlike lah. Yeah. Oh no, okay. This is like a long time ago. That they had the power of wild shaping, and then they had all these like totems that I guess gave them the ability and the power. But now, like all of them except for this Raven totem has like cracked and withered and decayed. So the Eye of the Raven was given to Davian's family for safekeeping, and his family married like into another family, and that other family took about a year-long ritual which gave them the power of lycanthropy. So all in all, there are about like 20 were-ravens in his family. So yes. So that's his whole explanation, blah blah blah. He wants us to get it back. So us being nice people, and also because he paid us a lot of money.
How much did he pay you again? I forgot. 500?
1,000 gold, right?
100 platinum. I have it.
So
1,000 gold.
1,000 gold, yeah. So we agreed to get back the Raven totem and the gems for him from the druids at Yester Hill, and he said that okay, but we realized that we had some party kind of what do I call that? What's the word for it? These card tales of history, knowledge of what is that called? Fortunes, thank you. Yeah. So we realized that our fortunes are kind of tied to the ravens in a way, because they did mention that they can help us look for something. So when we asked him about an evil tree that grows atop a hill of grace, blah blah blah, he said that yes, that sounds like Yester Hill and this thing called the Glutius tree or something. And there's a shrine beneath the tree, beneath the roots of the tree. So the tree is a sentient being, and he didn't really know what the shrine was, but he said it sounds like that is the place to be. So we decided to I guess help him along with trying to figure out what our fate is. So it's a few hours south of the winery. We traveled down there, and we are aware that one of the druids has a staff that controls the blights, which are the three little irritating tree things. So we kind of looking out for that, and the plan was to kind of sneak past the patrol of druids and take the Raven figurine and smash the staff and take their gems. But of course, none of that kind of went according to plan. And so we were kind of stealthing up this mountain, hill that was like three like levels. Yes, three levels.
3层
3 levels of fairly like sizable height, so it's not something that we could easily climb or scale. So we decided to take like the long way around up the hill, and we before we started like I guess the ascent, we came across this shrine thing, like a spear engraved on this like tombeish looking like area as a shrine, which spear carved tip drips with blood. So I wrote. And then this guy came out, this ghostly figure came out and said, "Long have I waited for the ones who are worthy approach my monument so that I can look upon you." And why? I shot nothing. So this tall, broad-shouldered, Momoa looking like person came out, and he had a pair of bloody handprints on his chest, and one of his eye is missing. He was carrying a spear. So he said he was a descendant of the Martivok clan. His name Martikov clan. His name is Kavarn. He's chief of the forest people, and a long time ago, he was unable to prevent the divide of his people, and the great chasm split the forest people, and some of them joined Strahd. And he basically is asking us to tear down the power resting at the top of this hill. So the druids who have this, I guess, decided to join Strahd. They stole a great artifact of great power from the clan. So again, this is referencing the Raven shit thing. And he said there will be a reward if you reclaim it, and return to him once you have done that shit. So we began stealthing our way up, and then we met some patrols, and we rode really well and managed to take out quite a number of people on the way up, without raising any alarms. So when we got to the top of the hill, we saw this gigantic ass tree, and some guy seems to be kind of within the tree, and the tree is like siphoning life from this guy essentially, and a lot of druids surrounding and chanting, and we decided to I guess take the fight to them. And it was a long drawn out fight, and I didn't make any notes about that, but essentially we killed the damn tree, and got the Raven Totem and the purple and green gems. That's what we managed to recover. Decided to go beneath the tree, underneath the tree.
Boy, here we go.
And saw an altar surrounded by a shallow pool, and there's a serrated stone dagger next to it, or on the pool, on the altar bowl thing. And in ancient Sylvan language, it basically says this is sacrifice. So some sacrifice had to happen, and we had no idea what to do, and we Elida was very against giving any means of blood, and tried to do all stupid shit, put water into the bowl, take the water out of the bowl, use our own knives or whatever to prick our blood and drop it in, but nothing happened. So we gave up and decided to go back down to the Kavarn guy. And Kavarn essentially did we give up and go down to Kavarn and then go back out again? We did, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So I gave up, went around to Kavarn. Kavarn said thank you for doing this shit for me, and then he gave us the blood spear thing, which Vilya now wields. And then we went back up into the shrine to try to figure that shit out, and then Herder wisely said, "Why don't we use the stone dagger to prick ourselves?"
Yes.
After that happened, Nier being Nier decided okay, I'll do it, and then he pricked his finger, and then we saw this vision, or rather it filled up with blood, and then we saw this, the three beautiful ladies, Fae.
It's like the You know the Harry
vision.
Potter, the thing?
Yeah, you know I know what you're talking about. Like water, like we can see
Yeah,
the
yeah.
vision or whatever in the water. Grasses covered by legions of men and women, and then we see Kavan sacrificing his eye to one of the ladies, and then so it seems like these ladies are like damn freaking powerful. Everyone like really respected them, and then the image changes, and then one man stood there, and it's Strahd, and he cuts off his finger with the stone dagger and places it into the bowl and says, "I claim your master," and so he becomes the master of the land. And now Nier is blessed with the sight of the Seeker. Call upon it, free your remaining sister, kill Strahd, and cleanse the land. And I think that's where we ended. Right.
Wait. Sight of the Seeker?
Sight of the Seeker, you can call upon it, I guess, whenever you need to.
Did I not tell you this? I did, right?
I remember
Yeah,
something about true sight.
Yeah,
True seeing.
Yeah.
True
Correct. Yeah, true seeing.
Down Nier has it.
We also have
Nier
the
is
Tomb
one
of
who
Strahd.
Oh yes, you also have
yes,
the
the
Tomb
book.
of Strahd. That's
The
right. Yeah.
book.
So who's gonna be the knowledge boy?
Can't we all technically
I
read
guess
it?
we all could read it, but like Herder would make the most sense because he's presumably more
Alright.
knowledgeable.
You stand there in the cavern. You see the blood kind of in the bowl kind of like sinks away and it disappears. And you see the dagger. Who's holding dagger near, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You feel compelled to put the dagger back where it belongs.
Okay, I put the dagger back where it belongs.
After that happens, you see the cavern kind of like
The what?
the light kind of like it feels like the light shines a little bit brighter now in the cavern.
I take the dagger out,
No,
You
come
feel
on,
compelled
man.
to put the dagger back.
but does the light disappear again?
It's not a puzzle.
Okay, I put the dagger back.
Alright.
Okay.
Did we ever like see the corpse of the man who was like the main offering to the tree?
Yes, he was above ground.
Oh.
We took the gems
His
and the
corpse
ribbons.
was
yeah,
basically withered. He looks like he's not like dry skin, basically. Almost as if the very essence of him has been sucked out.
Oh. I'm just like thinking of that SpongeBob. That
Yes, it's
chocolate-
like the SpongeBob.
Yeah.
But it's like a dry sponge.
Alright.
It's like the eyes are like washed white. His skin is basically dry paper essentially.
Oh, no. Do you guys want to help gather the bodies? Maybe we can like just, I mean, even though they are evil druids and stuff, they
We
still
gonna burn them?
sure.
Yes, you could burn
Herder, sure, yeah. Why not, right? I
So
mean,
we gather the bodies.
yeah, let's do that, including the people below that Vilya bashed really hard in near shot.
Alright. You gather up the bodies. As you make your way above ground, you notice that the tree is starting to melt.
Melt?
Like liquefy.
You mean the one we defeated?
Yeah, like the bark and the branches and everything is almost starting to liquefy. It's turning into some like black sludge. And it's like coating the ground, the hill.
That
Is that good or bad?
doesn't look very good.
How about we collect the sludge in one of your like vial bins?
We got a lot of bottles, right?
Right,
Yeah.
we took a lot. We
Right?
can like get it tested or some shit.
Find me a science lab.
I mean,
No,
I'm
yeah, sure,
assuming
go
that
ahead.
it has magical properties because it's,
Mm.
giantess, sentient tree thing.
We just chuck it at the next enemy and see what happens.
You chuck it what?
We chuck it at the next enemy and see what happens.
Oh.
Yeah, why not? I assume Nia is holding the bag of holding. Like
You are holding the bag.
me? I
No.
am.
No.
There you are.
Oh, I am.
Why would we ever let Nier carry
Yeah.
the bag of holding?
Remember?
Hey,
Very good point. Okay, sorry. So
hey, we don't talk about that, right?
shit, I didn't note out how many like bottles, empty bottles we got from the
I
winery.
think you got like
20.
20.
20?
Yeah.
Yeah, alright. Empty.
Hey guys,
bottle.
can we please long rest?
Yes,
Oh,
I
yeah.
need it too.
So we should go back somewhere to long
Let's
rest.
go back to like the winery then,
hold on
right?
though. The bodies and the weird liquid and everything.
Yeah, I'm assuming like we're burning the bodies and then we take like the
Alright.
sludge thingy and we put it in one of the vials. Or something.
You burn the bodies. Is anybody saying a prayer or anything?
I will do my cleric duties. Yeah.
Alright. So Alida says a small prayer.
Even though you almost bashed me
And-
to death, it's okay.
The fire goes on for a while and it happens to coincide with the rise of the sun in the distance, and you can see the sun rising over the mist as the bodies burn and the ashes kind of scatter around the hill. Quite a peaceful sight as you can for the moment. And you look out and you see in the distance you can see the castle looming. And then you're kind of reminded again that this peace is only temporary, a temporary respite.
Like a Strahd, man.
Oh, so the sun is sunrise, is it?
Yeah, you were fighting at night, I remember.
Okay. Can I pick out the jar of ink and write on something and see if it hold it up to the sun?
Ooh, interesting.
Maybe it's a time thing. I don't know.
You hold up as the sun rises and you write on the ink, you see that the ink shows what you're writing.
Oh.
Wow, look at you.
And then as the sun, like basically it comes out fully, the ink disappears.
Oh, so it's a sunrise thing.
Interesting.
It's not a night thing, right? Did you try at night?
I think we tried it like indoors.
Oh, you tried it indoors, right?
And it was, yeah, at night also.
We can hold on to that piece of
Yeah.
parchment. Try it at night.
It only works once in a day.
Well, it's okay.
At least we know. At least you have an inkling now. Better than now.
Ha! Inkling. I get it.
Hey, hey.
Funny.
Alright. Let's make our way down.
Alright. You make the trek back to the winery.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's relatively uneventful as you make way. It's about a 1 hour to 2 hour trek back. You see Davian sitting at the front of the winery, and he is surrounded by ravens. And you see the first thing he does when you walk over to him is he thanks you. He says, "Thank you very much. I would not have been able to do any of this if not for you." And he says, he gestures over to the the loading dock, and you see there is a wagon with 4 barrels of purple dragon crush hooked up to a horse.
4 barrels.
The hall.
That's a bit.
What's that? I was actually going to suggest that maybe we can take more of it instead of what they asked for. Then they would be more inclined to be like, "Wow."
Didn't they ask for just 2?
They asked for just 2 barrels, lah. But
Yeah,
if
so
we
we
give
doubled
them
it.
more, then they probably be like, "Oh shit! Wow, thanks very much."
He says, "Perhaps you would like to come in for a drink, a celebratory drink before you leave."
Yeah. Would you mind if we take a rest here? Actually, too. We are kind of beaten up.
Of course, a meal first, and I prepared food, and then rest. How does that sound?
Sounds amazing.
Yeah,
Alright.
sounds good.
Alright. He shows you to the table, and there's like there's like wine, and there's like food. And it's like, a toast to the brave adventurers who have destroyed the druids.
A toast, a toast.
Toast.
Is there a red dragon crush?
No, it's champagne.
No.
Oh, we haven't tasted
Okay.
this before.
It tastes pretty good, but it's not as good as like Red Dragon Crush.
It's
Nothing. It doesn't even come close. He says, I have news for you.
Ooh.
It says, I understand you are headed to Krezk.
Yep, that's correct.
While you are headed in that direction, I have heard of, well, my friends, and then he gestures to the ravens, have heard of things that have been happening in the town.
Oh no.
I have heard that the abbot in, well, the abbey. You know what abbey is, right?
Mm.
The
No.
abbey, the abbey is like a like a church kind of thing, lah.
Okay.
The abbot has managed to bring someone back to life.
What?
I think it is the first case of true resurrection that we have seen in Barovia. I'm not sure of the well, circumstances of the resurrection, but my ears tell me that he has successfully done it.
Wow. That's
Sounds shady, to be honest.
I mean I've heard stories of resurrection. Performing rituals like that.
Really?
You have heard, but you have never actually seen anybody successfully do it.
This is quite
Maybe they
amazing.
come back like zombies.
But this is really high level shit, right? Like to do resurrection. Does Herder and Alida know that it
Make me
requires like
Herder and Alida can make me blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Arcana check.
I actually do
no.
have the skill to but yeah.
Herder, what little you know about resurrection, you do know that first it is a very, very expensive process, and you know that for it to even be considered, the corpse has to be fresh, as in the soul cannot have left the body yet. It has to be
How long
preserved.
does that take?
You are not sure. That's the extent you know. Because honestly, resurrection is a very taboo subject in Waterdeep because it has to do with necromancy,
Okay.
and necromancy is generally frowned upon by most scholars. All right. He also tells you that he says, I have also spotted a party of druids headed east.
Are these the same druids that we encountered on the heath?
Yes, I suspect that they might be delivering something. One of them was carrying a staff,
Oh.
a very intricately carved staff. He seemed to be the head of the party. They seem to be heading towards the town of Valaki.
Huh.
Do you think we can catch them with the horses?
Well, the horses will be pulling the wagon.
I believe you might be able to, but they were not going on the road. They were not going by the road. I am not
What do
too
you mean?
sure what they were doing, but they were making quick progress. They seemed to be in a hurry.
Well, if they're going through the forest, right, maybe I could do some tracking work if we ever want to track them.
Do druids usually are they on friendly terms with the Valaki town?
As far as I know, there have been no reported signs of druids in Vallaki for a very, very long time.
Looks like a lady watcher making a mark.
Maybe. What would she want with them?
I mean they're with Strahd, right? These druids, and she is definitely with Strahd. And now the whole church thing is a cult or whatever. So I'm assuming that it's all related lah. As in they're doing Strahd's work, but I mean, there's no way we can go to Vallaki without like getting killed. I mean,
Yeah.
so maybe leave it alone and go to Krezk first. See if they know more about what's been happening between like towns and try to figure it out.
There's no chance we can intercept them before they get there.
I think we have a good chance making it, maybe, but it would delay our journey to Krezk.
True.
And we might be dangerous.
According to the map right now, where were they traveling? Like the
Easter.
Druid party or whatever. Like when you mean not on the roads, do you mean like in these like tree areas kind of thing?
Like that. See the arrow?
Uh-huh. Oh, so they're cutting through this
Yeah.
area now. How many were in like that traveling group?
It was a small party of 4 druids.
We could get a kick-ass staff.
Could take 4.
Are you interested, Herder?
I'm interested.
Well, I don't mind delaying the journey to Krezk. I
But we
mean,
need to rest up if you're taking this fight.
definitely. And
But
that
then
would,
that means if we rest up and take this fight, they would be in Vallaki already.
yeah, that will put more,
So we cannot rest now.
which is bad.
Yeah. Because all of you are like freaking low, right?
I have 8 HP.
Yeah, like there's nothing. I don't think there's much we can. As in, like, as much as I guess we should do if we could, but like we don't have the resources or we don't have enough health essentially to take on 4 druids, especially one with that staff. I mean, like he uses it and 1,000 like brights come out. What are we going to do?
Oh my.
That's true. Davian, would it be possible to keep tabs on the traveling druids?
It could be arranged, yes.
I think that'll be for the best. I don't think we can pursue them right now. But if they do end up doing something bad, just let us know and we'll see what we can do.
Of course. And then he says, I will have my son inform you if anything was to happen. And you hear one raven call.
Oh, is that Erwin, was it his name?
No, that is my other son.
Oh.
Yes.
Good question. How do we tell, like, the ravens are ravens versus were ravens? Like, do you guys have a tell? I mean, just in case, we accidentally kill one of your
Yeah,
gang.
right. Yeah.
It would be a good. It'd be good to know.
Don't look at me, mate.
I said, perhaps you could not kill the ravens in that case.
Yes,
Okay.
I think that's pretty good.
Of course,
mean-
of course, I agree.
Unless you are starved, then. But ravens don't have much meat to begin with.
Maybe that's what. Oh no, we can't.
I have no excuses. Let's not. Yeah.
It's okay,
I mean,
I'm vegan,
ravens are
so
pretty
it's all good.
harmless creatures. Compared
Yes,
to
they
wolves.
They are. They really are. Yeah, they really are.
I agree, of course.
Oh, we haven't even passed the figurine back, right? Yeah.
Right.
I'll rummage through and get it out. I just pass
The
it to.
gems, I guess. Right?
Oh yes.
Of course, we got the 2 gems.
Alright.
The
So you
duck
hand the stuff back over to Davian. He thanks you. He says that you may use the rooms as you see fit, and he's also going to take a rest in his room.
Okay. I catch up to Davian and I just wanna ask, are those 2 gems the 2 of the 3 you were talking about? The one that grows the grapes?
That is correct. Yes.
Oh, that's good. So it seems the druids weren't the one that stole the other gem?
It would appear so. The other gem was taken many years ago. I'm not sure by who, unfortunately.
Maybe by Strahd. Because he seems to have like a shit ton of weird dragons.
Fucking Strahd! Then I'll ask, are you sure will be financially okay? I mean, you sure you don't need... You're okay?
My family will... Well, business will pick up again soon, I'm sure, and we'll be okay. Do not worry about us.
Ask when will he be able to resume operations, I guess.
Oh, right, cause I'm alone. When do you think business will start picking up again?
Oh, then we'll have to start growing again from scratch, but maybe in a year.
Oof.
When the grapes are, when the grapes ripen and are ready to be harvested again.
Well, okay. Well, I look forward to it. The Red Dragon Crush is really...
We can't grow Red Dragon Crush.
Then you
Doesn't
can
That's
grow
fucking...
two.
Strahd!
He doesn't have to
Well, alright. Sorry.
Just gonna rename this to the Red Dragon Crush campaign.
The quest for Red Dragon Crush. Yeah.
Everyone is addicted to the delicious wine.
The bottles still at our DM's house. Ready for
Ah.
our final TPK session.
So, I take out 5 platinum. And I just like take his hand and put it on. And I say, I insist, just take this. Maybe take it as a pre-order of some sort. Could be looking.
You are a very kind person. Your friends are... Well, they are...
They
Not
they're-
as nice, just say it.
they are nice. They are wary and
They must be thankful to have you as a friend then.
well,
Most of the time.
I'm thankful for them too. I mean, we help each other as much as we can.
Okay.
Julia looks at Alejandro.
As most of the time. You please forgive Nia. I mean, I feel horrible that he killed one of your family members, and I can't apologize enough.
It's okay. The morning it was already over.
Oh my god. Hey.
There's no need to mention this anymore.
Alright.
Oh.
Alright. Well, on his behalf, I apologize once again.
I didn't know.
Okay, yeah, I'll just go back and retire to my room.
Alright.
Yeah.
You long rest.
Yay, everything
Woof.
back up.
Feels good.
Further, you hear movement as you sleep.
Oh
It's
shit.
your turn.
Oh,
sleep.
right.
What do you want? Do you want to do anything?
I look. Shit. See if I got spells for this. No, huh? Okay. I try to hear where the sound is coming from.
It appears to be coming from the hallway.
Okay. I open the door and stick my head out.
Right. You see someone leaving a room, but then disappearing fast enough, and you don't see anything else.
Whose room was it?
It was Davian's room.
Oh, I can't stealth this.
Oh dear.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be any time, so I just follow him. I try to stealthily follow him.
You, by the time you get out of the door, he's already gone already. Like what?
So he's like gone, like not in the building anymore.
As in, like he's disappeared lah. But you don't really know who it is or what happened.
I open his door.
Alright. You see he's sleeping, but you notice his face is pale.
Like not good kind of pale.
You can check.
Is there a good kind of pale?
Yeah, that's true. I check.
Vampire kind of.
Yeah, medicine check.
Oh shit! Where is my? I've never used this. Oh, okay.
You can tell that he's most certainly dead.
Oh, like dead. Okay.
Dead.
I rushed to wake the rest of the party up.
Right. Everybody appears to be in their room.
Oof.
Shit.
What you mean he did?
Fuck. Okay.
Well, that's what you get for fucking with us.
What time is it even? Like, is it like literally like 2 a.m. or like, since it's like daytime, right? Is it like
Yeah,
Can
it's
everybody-
daytime,
11
what?
a.m.?
Everybody make me a perception check.
Perception check.
It's day, right? Like, cause we arrived and one you in the day.
No, I say.
Yep.
We need the perception check. Like what time it is.
Perception. Oh my god!
Oh.
We're all just looking at his corpse like, oh.
I mean,
Further
Further rolled pretty well, yeah.
You get the feeling that someone was maybe like a minute ago was inside this room. Like maybe a minute, 2 minutes ago was inside this room.
Let's see.
Can we check like his body if there's any like
Wounds.
mark
Yeah.
or wound or like,
You-
a hole or
Let's send.
You
Yeah.
notice there are ravens crowding around the window outside.
you're like, yo,
Do you
he
guys
dead,
think
man.
I like shout to the raven? I shout to the raven. Do you guys see what happened? Can you lead us to whoever did this?
You see the raven. You see two ravens actually just land at the door. And they change. They start morphing.
Oh. Alright.
And like you see
Spear is up.
one you see Uwin first, and you see another man who resembles Uwin but he seems younger,
It's his son.
and they run to their father. It's like, what happened? What happened?
No,
I don't know. I heard a sound, and when I opened the door, there was someone who was walking out of your father's room, and I didn't get a good look of him. But when I checked,
Only the four of you were in the building. We were watching outside. Nobody came and entered the building.
it could have been someone using invisibility. Were you guys able to check for that?
No, but no one opened the door. We're
Okay,
sure of it. We were on guard.
All right, I need the rest of your family members to fly around and look around the area, see if the
They're crying
The
very
person
badly
is-
now.
All right, I need you to focus. Look at me. I start shaking the guy.
Oh.
AVPU.
Need
Oh.
I need if you want to find whoever did this to your father, I need you to help me now. Go and send the rest of your family out to search the area, see if they find anyone or anything.
Alright, the two of them, they kind of wipe away their tears and they look back at their father for like, they glance back at their father before running out. And you see they transform back into ravens and they fly away.
Alright.
Shit.
Can we see any stab wound or like
Mm,
any point of entry or
Make
mark or
me an investigation check. 3 of you, 4 of you.
Cool.
Investigation.
Wow.
Where is...
Take it as a group roll.
Wow, we all wrote really well. Go,
One more.
Herder,
Where's
go.
investigation?
It's
below
right above medicine.
intimidation? Yeah, that's right. Wow.
Holy shit! +8.
You
What?
Literally,
Oops,
what?
Sorry.
Somersault over his body.
you look around and you notice that there are no entry wounds of any kind. You also know that you feel around and you notice there does not seem to be bruises or cuts or anything.
Could it have been magic?
You push his mouth open and you notice that his tongue, however, is a dark purple.
Poison? He was poisoned.
Yeah. So seems like it.
Would that be a medicine or nature check? Could I check for that? Do I know anything?
You can try.
Which one is that?
Medicine.
or nature?
Oh my god, Ian, your rolls.
Even with your advanced knowledge in medicine, you seem to be unable to discern the source or nature of this particular poison. It seems almost like otherworldly. It's not. You have not studied about it, even though you are aware of many different kinds of poisons.
Dear god. What the fuck?
Magical poison. Druid poison.
Herder, you said you saw someone
Yeah.
leave and then just disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What?
So we know Rahid is able to teleport, right?
You guys don't technically, cause
Okay, so what happened was you glanced out, Herder, right?
Mhm.
You saw the man exit the room, right?
How tall was he?
You saw the person. Sorry, I shouldn't have said the man. You saw the person exit the room.
It's a man. Sorry.
You saw the person. You saw the person exit the room. He was Nia's height.
Nia's height? How tall is Nia?
I am fairly tall.
So that's not druid height then.
It's half elf, right?
like a elf,
Yes.
elfish height, 1 hit.
You darted back in for a while, and then when you looked out, he was gone. So you
Okay.
you were kind of shocked for a moment, and then when you looked out again, he was gone. Mm.
Okay.
Fuck.
There's not much else I think that we can do, I guess, besides to wait for the ravens.
I mean, if we can bring him to Krezk, to the abbot who resurrected someone before, maybe he can resurrect Davian.
I don't think that's up to us. I mean,
That's a huge stretch. Bring
Yeah.
him in, wine.
Yeah, that's true. And we're bringing the wine and then we bring him in and then they know that he is from the winery. They're gonna think we killed him to get the wine. That's true. Yeah.
I think we should just leave him to be with,
No.
leave it to his family.
we'll let the family decide.
Yeah.
Can anyone detect poison or something? Not detect poison, but remove poison from his body. I don't know.
I can.
But it doesn't matter because he's dead, right? If it's a spell slot, then forget it.
I only have to detect magic. Oh, that's it.
You know what? Since we got a long rest, I got to choose my skills. I'm gonna ritual cast detect poison and disease, just to make sure.
It's definitely poison.
I can just sense it all over his fucking body.
Yes, you can sense it in the veins.
I guess I can't sense
You
it.
discern that the cause of the death was the poison stopping his heart.
Feels bad.
Okay.
identify what kind of poison.
No, it doesn't do that.
It does. You also identify the kind of poisonous creature or disease in each case.
I assume that's only if I know what poison. I probably can tell it's like fucking potent poison, but
You can tell that yes, it's very strong poison, but like I said for her, it's almost like as if this poison doesn't exist on this plane.
holy shit, someone wanted him
Interdimensional
dead.
poison.
Well, give me
So,
a sec.
like,
Mosquitoes
Fae-
are actually like
Not
feasting
Fae, but like like how Fae live on like, another plane also. But like why would they? I don't know.
He's going on a stretch. Well, all we
The
know
main
is
that
someone powerful wanted him dead, and but why don't?
Maybe because he was talking about the druids.
Yeah, that's all I can kind of think of. Like, it's probably the druids. But why? Like, are they still?
Plus, druids aren't that tall, right?
Well, I mean, they are people.
Druids are the druids that you've seen. They are druids that are like humans. They are druids that are like elves, so they can be that tall. Yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
so it could be them also.
we don't really have much to go off of.
Yeah, I don't really. It's just that it's otherworldly, so this person can travel, I guess, from plane to plane.
And if the ravens don't come back with news,
Yeah, I guess at this point we're just waiting to hear back from the ravens, or if they're even coming back. Or
Are there still any ravens around us?
No, they're all gone.
Awfully trusting. Well, let's just. I don't know. Oh my god.
I think at this point, like, you kind of gather like there's nothing left in the winery for them. If Davian is dead, so they're like focused on trying to find out who did it.
That makes sense.
I mean, they know where to find us, right? Like the ravens know where we are going, and if they want to give us a message, they can. Can we check the room do we know where the raven totem is? Like, was Davian carrying it? Is it still in his room, or has it been taken away, or like what's the situation?
You don't know the situation.
Could we search for the totem and the gems?
You are searching the room?
Yeah.
It's not in the room.
God!
Oh man. I'm sure the ravens would know, right? Like where it's been kept or being kept.
Maybe or
But
maybe
they're all not here. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, like it's a. They might not, but like they would be the best people to ask anyway.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Okay. After a while, the ravens do come back. Erwin and his brother Adrian return. They say they have flown miles and there has not been a single soul inside.
Okay.
Miles around the winery.
I tell them what we found out from checking his body, that it was poisoned. But we were unable to.
All of you were the only ones in the winery.
Like, why would we do this, honestly? Like, he's giving us a place to stay, we help y'all get, like, the raven totem back. Like, it literally makes no sense.
Understand either.
Yeah, neither do we.
Do you know where he kept the totem and the gems?
We have checked and the totem and the gems are secure.
Okay, that's good then.
That's good, yeah. At least.
Does not explain my father's death.
Yeah.
Would you know of anyone who would want him dead? Anyone?
If it were the druids, they would have come wanting the gems and the totem, but they did not take either.
That is true.
Whoever killed your father, they used a poison that's stronger than anything Herder and I have ever seen, ever read about. I mean, it's beyond us.
Apparently otherworldly, so it could be a, you know, planary. I don't know what. I mean, this person can obviously travel between play. I don't even. This is beyond my knowledge. But if this person disappeared literally like 2 seconds after stepping out of your father's room, it could mean that he, moved into a different existence. Like how, do you know of that shit? I don't know of that shit.
He could be a shapeshifter like you. He could be a powerful magician. I don't know, but know that we had no reason at all to do harm on Davian.
He kind of sighs and says, "We will do the necessary." He says, "We would like it if perhaps you let us conduct the funeral rites in peace."
Alright.
Of course.
But I'm sure that y'all will definitely continue to investigate this. So when you guys find out anything about the incident, do contact us, and we will come to your aid.
And he says, "Yes. If we do find out anything, we will let you know." He walks away.
This sucks.
This music right now, dude.
Alright,
I guess we should just move off to Krezk then.
Yeah.
Do we still want to take 4 kegs? I mean,
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
so we
Still
load
should.
it onto the
Still need
wagon.
it.
really.
Or unload it, it would be. We even don't know whether we can even do that.
You can sell the last 2 by illegal means.
Nia, you can't
Black
say these
market.
kind of things in front of me.
We could stash it.
How?
Herder,
Huge!
not you
Just roll it
two.
off and hide it somewhere, and then we present the 2 to them, and then like at Krezk, and then if anything happens, we can tell them, hey, we can get you 2 more.
Oh, 10,000 IQ actually.
Yeah.
Does anybody have a
There's
piece
nothing-
of cloth?
Alida, there's nothing wrong with that.
It's
There's
true
nothing
though.
wrong
I
with
mean,
that.
Alright, at this point, can I get Alida, Nia, and her to make me a wisdom saving throw?
What
Oh
is this?
my
I
god,
don't
what is
know.
going on?
Oh.
I don't
What is
understand.
going on even?
what did I do?
Okay.
It's,
Vilya is
Not
Strahd.
do.
Vilya is Strahd.
Vilya is right.
One more. Okay, carry on.
It's boom.
What?
we just get like airstrike by random shit, is it?
If you critically fail, you instantly die.
You don't get to know unless I tell you. You get to know. Go
Dude,
carry on.
and we
You
don't.
don't you don't feel shit. Nothing happens.
Oh, okay.
We were
Okay,
just like la di da, la di da.
continuing
could
on.
we at
Alright.
least leave the
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
I
we-
mean,
we pack
leave
up, man.
one keg behind?
That's not gonna make a difference to them. We should bring it all.
Steal. Oh,
It's true though. It's not gonna make a difference to them, honestly.
Yeah.
Because they can make more,
Yeah.
and they have the ability to make more now. You know what I mean? Like this one cake is like, I
If
can
we
make
need anything,
50. You know.
they might think we feel guilty or something.
True.
You could sense how they were kind of teetering off the edge of wanting to blame us for this.
Alright.
Let's just take it.
Can you just promise me not to do anything bad with this?
It's not bad. We just
No,
gotta
I
save
mean
it.
this isn't bad. Just don't use the 2 kegs for.
We might need it
ill-gotten
for future
Alidar.
negotiations.
It's for gear upgrades, alright?
Alida, you should
Yeah.
know
Upgrades.
by now the kind of people that you're in a party with.
Unfortunately, yes.
I
but
gestured near. I'm like,
You-
dude,
you-
dude has wings.
Hey, you gave him 5 platinum, right?
At this point,
You guys don't know
Oh
that.
no.
at
Okay.
this point, you don't know that he gave 5 platinum, by the
Oh,
way.
okay.
At this point, you look over. The three of you look at Nia. You notice that the color in his face is back.
Oh,
What do you at near?
if he looks better than he was yesterday.
He looks much better.
Am I not high on drugs anymore?
Does that mean though that he ate something so that he is a good wolf? Near.
I did not do anything.
Well, I mean,
You can look in. Okay, I can look. I can take the bag out right now. I did not do anything. All right.
well, I mean, he was sharing a room with me, and I didn't hear anything.
Exactly.
You all had your own rooms, friend.
Oh, I thought I was sharing with him.
No, all of you had your own rooms.
Oh, what? I totally thought I was still sharing a room with Nia.
No, own rooms.
Jesus, fuck! God damn, I would have. God damn, I didn't clarify. God damn it. So angry right now. Ah, that changes everything, Nia.
Why? I didn't eat anything.
Assassin!
I didn't.
Can I insight check him right now?
I actually didn't eat any pastry. All right. If it's in the last time I ate pastry and now.
Sure, yeah, you can roll me a deception check, and Alida can roll me an insight check.
Alright. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's good!
You sense that he's not being fully like 100% like forthcoming with you, but you're not sure what.
Okay, let's get out of here
Not
first
okay.
instead of wrecking up the winery if anything
No,
happens.
no, Vivia. This is
Just
a.
move away.
No, Vivia. Please. Hold on.
Let's just move away from winery first.
Wait.
They are trying to grieve. If anything, we should settle it away from the winery. That's all I'm saying. They want to do their funerals. They deserve the space, right? So let's give them that space, and then deal with this like not in their space. Is what I'm saying.
Okay, we just bought our cart and go off, and we continue this conversation right now.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay,
I'll
so
do it.
you.
Yeah.
you
Please, Nia, take a seat on the fucking
I
bed.
take a seat.
Yes.
you take a seat.
Warhammer.
Okay, no, alright. So I'm just gonna look Nia in the eyes and say, look. I mean, we've seen how the color drains from your skin and everything, and we all know about this addiction by now. And I'm not gonna force you or anything to confess. I just want you to know that if you need help, we are here. And if you can't fight it on your own, and if you want it to stop, we can help one way or another. And if you want, I can. If you find it hard to tell the truth, I can help with that too.
Oh my
And-
god!
okay.
Amida, why are you so nice to him?
Listen, yeah. I can make this area around us so that we are unable to tell lies to each other. Okay.
That sounds great. Sounds great. Let's do
but
that.
listen. You have the option to not answer if you don't want to. It's just that you can't lie if you do choose to answer. Does that sound good to you?
Of course. I mean, if you want to. Hey, I didn't eat any pastries.
I don't think we need to worry so much about the pastries, like whether he's lying or not, because if he, goes into a coma tomorrow, we'll find out. So we don't have to worry about Alida.
I mean, well, this is a good chance to get anything off our chest as well, right? If we do.
Yeah.
want to.
That's true.
I mean, if you guys are okay with this, I mean, this is really a trust thing.
Very okay.
If you guys are all okay,
I condone this.
and I will know if you try to resist this effect, okay?
Oh,
Ling is on the truth.
Oh.
Whoa! What is this?
What is this?
Cards against deception.
Okay, deliberate
Yeah.
lie.
Sure.
You know.
Wait, must make a charisma saving throw.
I just
on
want to
failed-
let you know that I just want to let you know out of character that half truths are still considered truths.
Alright, so you can lie smart.
What is
Yeah.
a half truth?
That means you're not telling the full story.
You're not telling the full story.
Like you can say, oh, I was there, but you were there, but you can't like. It's the truth. You were there, but you didn't say why you were there or like what you were doing there.
Yeah.
Like I had lunch, but like you're actually eating McDonald's.
Yeah, or like you're eating like but vanilla cone or something.
Yeah.
Alright, so
Okay, if you're gonna do the zone of truth thing, go ahead.
yes,
Everybody make me a charisma saving throw.
You need
An
to
affected
be
Can you
very
guys-
specific with your
Wait,
questions.
aware of the spell and can thus avoid answering questions to which would normally
Yes,
respond with
I've
a
been
lie.
very forthcoming, okay?
Yeah, you have to tell the
Can
truth.
I just can we just have the option for them to fail if they don't want to?
What is
Yeah,
it?
yeah,
Is
yeah,
it,
you
is
can
it
fail if
just
you
a
don't.
straight charisma roll?
Yeah, but you can choose to just
Or is
fail
it a
it.
saving throw?
Save.
Saving
Save
throw.
throw.
Charisma saving
Oh.
throw.
You guys can choose to fail it, you assholes.
You can fail it if you don't want to.
I mean,
Oh,
Of
roll.
course,
my
of course.
I choose to roll.
I know. He resisted it. I
Wait,
actually,
you know?
Yeah,
Yeah, you will know.
yeah.
You will know. You will know.
I just look
Oh
at
my
Nia
God.
like fucking glaring at him.
I'm like,
Do you want to
I'm
resist?
ready. I'm ready. Ask me anything.
Yeah, Nia, do you want to resist?
Yes, I resist, of course.
Oh my
Okay, he
god.
resists.
I resist whatever question he wants to ask, so I can tell a deliberate lie.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I know you are not under the fucking effect.
Yeah, but that's the trick of the spell. Is like you can't force me to say anything
Sure. Okay, go
if
ahead.
I
and
pass
have
the
your-
throw.
Go ahead and have your conversation.
I just want you to know, Herder and
Alitar,
Yuya.
did he resist your spell?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? For
You're
the
a piece of shit there.
can I roll against myself to see if I resist my own effect?
Holy shit, that's 10,000 IQ.
Yeah.
And let's just say I was the first person to do it.
Sure.
Oh, I saved against myself. Yeah, so I
Right.
can lie. I can lie. If I want.
What? So you can lie about the question? Does
No,
that mean I'll
I-
tell the truth?
No. I don't have to tell the truth like you don't as well now.
Ah, okay.
Asshole.
Whoa.
Oh.
Me and Hannah just like, wow, the sky's real blue today.
It's zone of truth, not zone of stupid.
Hey, the sky today are very blue, ah.
Yeah,
Beautiful,
and
beautiful.
Nira is a piece of shit. Don't you agree?
Oh,
Hey, what's new, right? I
Oh,
mean, the
dear.
sky's blue every day.
Hey.
this isn't going how I expected it to.
Alright.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, Nia, well, this kind of defeats the whole purpose, you know, like, didn't we agree on this just before?
We agreed on you casting the spell. We didn't agree that I would tell the truth.
Why are you being such a piece of shit?
Well,
I'm not.
you just got a point there. You agreed to the thing, and you left it up to fate of the rolls.
There's no roll. There's no roll. There's no rolls in game.
Sitting on a
He
wagon
just
like
resisted the
chewing
spell.
Oh,
What is a roll? Your characters don't know what a roll is.
Nice! I know we have played games before, like, wee!
Shut the fuck up, man.
it's a cake.
Alright, so what are you doing? Come on, let's go.
Ask me anything, AMA.
I'm moving the cart forward, that's what I'm doing.
I mean, there's really no point now if you're not going to be forthcoming with us.
He can choose to be forthcoming if he wants to, right?
Yeah, you can still have your conversation.
It's true,
Yeah, but then it would just be like a regular conversation that we have with you all the time because you're never telling the truth!
it's just that now Vilya and Herder have no filter, so
I know.
Exactly.
Keikakudori.
Alright, I'm gonna ask anyways. Do you want to be freed of this addiction?
Yes.
No matter what it takes?
Yes.
You do understand that feeding the addiction doesn't help cure it?
I understand.
With that understanding, are you still doing whatever you are doing in the middle of the night to attain more of these pastries?
I can tell you the truth that I didn't eat any pastries.
Well, you see, that's the problem, right, Near? I can't tell if you're telling the truth.
No, but this is like a regular conversation where you have to trust him as your party member, I guess.
Can I adjust the charisma saving throw mid conversation?
What does that mean?
You cannot resist it. You're still in the zone.
But I can choose to resist certain questions, right? Because
Yeah,
some
yeah,
questions
yeah.
I don't want to answer.
You can
Technically,
basically you can. I will allow you to lie whenever you want. But you need to say it.
Okay, I'll send a mental note that I didn't eat, like a truthful mental note that I didn't eat any pastries.
So you're not
within
resisting the spell, lah.
Yes, I'm not resisting.
Okay.
wait, I'm very confused. Truthful mental. Okay, whatever.
He's telling the truth basically now.
Didn't eat any.
You just say you're not resisting the spell now, okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So every question that he has answered so far, he has not resisted.
Okay. How are you attaining these pastries?
Resist.
That's fair.
No, I did not eat any pastries from the last time.
I understand, but
If you're asking from the last time,
right. Yes.
it was from killing the raven,
So
and I tell that like truthfully.
so were you under orders? Like, was it a contract sort of thing?
I lie.
Okay.
I just don't answer.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Well, okay, listen. Well, like I said before, okay, I'm not resisting my own fucking spell as well now. So I'm telling the truth.
Your fuckers make up your mind, please.
Yeah. I'm just
Okay,
telling
okay.
the truth. So, listen here. No matter what, you're still a member of this party, and as so, I will do everything I can to protect you, make sure you're safe. So, just if you do need help, if you feel like you need any help, just please, you can approach us, any of us at any time. You don't have to do whatever you're doing alone.
I tell truthfully. I have to say that every time now. I don't feel the need to eat pastries anymore. And not for a while now.
That's great. So, you feel like yourself?
Yes.
You're an asshole, you.
Oh no.
Well, it's only fair that you get your own questions. Everyone feel free to ask. I mean, why?
What was the compass?
Honestly, I don't know. I got it from the revenant that we not really rescued but fought with. He told me that it would help me find out the order of the silver dragon. And when I opened it, I lost control. I don't even remember until after you guys knocked it out of my hand. Anything else like from?
I asked
Yeah.
Vilya, have you stole anything without the party's knowledge?
No,
Oh.
Was
Oh,
I
that
really have
truthful?
not. I really have not. I have to tell the truth. I failed.
Oh my god, you really didn't steal anything?
By the way, wagon does not move when you're doing zone of truth,
Why? I'm riding. I said I'm moving the wagon forward.
Yeah, it doesn't work like that.
Damn it. Then I was bouncing for no reason.
I noticed you bouncing, that's why I didn't see.
The zone is like it's a zone that doesn't.
Yeah, it's like a zone.
Oh, right, okay.
So
Point
you
of
cannot
view.
leave
It
it.
doesn't move, lah. Okay, makes sense.
Is the wording?
Yes, I have not stolen anything.
Mm.
I'm a really nice person.
You
Questionable,
honestly, like, she
questionable.
honestly thinks that about herself. She's a very nice.
Fuck, Alina, you do not know. Never mind.
Right. And anything you want to ask the party herder?
Nothing actually. I rather that if you have something that you don't want us to know, I would like to respect that.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Actually noble.
Such are the
Wow.
words
Noble.
of a,
Dude,
Scholar.
champ, that's
Scholar.
That's a true neutral thing.
such are the words of a 200-year-old elephant.
God, it's 200 years old.
And
You feel suddenly, Via, you see, you're outside, right? You're right, like. Actually, all of you are inside the wagon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we're all.
You hear scratching on the outside your wagon.
What the heck?
What kind of scratching?
What kind of wagon is this?
It's like a fully covered wagon.
That we not.
Oh.
Oh.
How many
It's like
horses
a
are pulling the
huge
wagon?
Two.
2 horses.
And there's no one sitting on the horses right now.
No, it's not moving lah.
So it's stationary. Lah.
Yeah lah.
Oh God.
Okay.
Well, I peek out of the.
You see a panther sitting there.
Holy shit!
What? I'm like, there's a panther out here, guys. Look at it.
I hop out of the wagon like it's an innate calling. Like I can
Are you
feel
sure
it
it's
from the
not
third
like a
world.
were panther or something?
You,
like,
the three of
if
you
you
notice
die,
like it's
it's
almost
cool.
as if it's almost as if Nia
Whoa.
already knows the panther.
Oh my god!
The two of them
Here
are
we
like
go.
bonded in some way.
No
Here
way!
we go, dude. Here we go.
Oh my God, guys.
No way.
He's like a
Here we
dead.
fucking go.
We're gonna give you the shit now, Nia.
Here we go, dude. It better be a copy and paste from the, from the previous campaign.
He's slightly modded. Yeah.
Holy shit!
Oh damn!
That's amazing!
Oh, this one doesn't have the clickies though. I can't click. Do the
What do you mean?
clickies.
Wait. Yeah, I need to give you full control. Here you go.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
Oh my gosh, guys.
Do any
What
of
is
us
this?
are any of us
The-
familiar with this panther too? Or just
Near.
His name is
Bro.
Lado. His name is Lado.
cool.
Oh,
Did you-
dude, his
did you
his
kill
his stats are
David
sick.
Near?
No.
Near
Of course
killed
not.
you. Are you sure? But he's resisting. Can he say? Is he resisting?
Yeah, he is.
Well, I guess we know now.
What? What
It's
you
not true,
asked?
this is zone of truth.
Yeah, I said, did he kill Davian? He said no. But if he's lying, means he's
What
yes.
the fuck? Holy shit.
This is zone of truth, dude. All right.
Yeah, but you are resisting.
That's
So when
amazing.
you say no means it's yes.
Maybe.
It's a yes
only,
or a
only
maybe.
Alida knows that. Okay.
It's a yes or a maybe.
In other news, little stat sheet is sick AF, man. Holy crap, dude.
Awesome.
Oh
So
my God.
sorry, are we are not familiar with this panther? Do we get like a
You
sense?
are not familiar. All of you can roll me a perception check.
Oh, perception.
Perception.
Wah! I do
No,
shit.
wrong. Nature check. Stop.
Nature.
Oh
Oh,
man.
Alida, you notice that the panther doesn't seem like your regular panther. His eyes seem redder than usual.
Could have given
The
him
eyes are redder than usual. And you... fangs seem slightly longer
Alida.
and more muscled and larger than usual.
what the?
Alida is his reward for killing Davian. Alida! Alida!
Whoa. Whoa.
Am I right here?
No!
Lie!
Holy shit! Calm
Lillian
down.
stirring the shit pot, huh?
Zone of truth ended, okay? No!
No, it hasn't ended. Has it
How
ended?
long does Zone of Truth last?
10
15.
minutes.
10 minutes. It's probably over already lah. Honestly.
Yeah.
No, Vera firmly believes that this is a reward. for
No.
assassin.
No, Marion firmly believes that this
No,
is
no. Julia also
Holy shit.
firmly believes.
I asked Nia. How? Where?
I don't know, but it's Lido.
Lido? Who?
Yeah, it's Lido. That's his name.
Oh.
This was your pet before we entered Barovia?
I mean, I wouldn't say was, but I know he's Lido.
You just it's so weird because like technically Lido didn't exist before this. So it's just like this bond between them. That's so cool. Well, is he friendly? Then I just like put a hand out, like how you would for a dog.
Seems very friendly.
Oh,
Lido has some curse spells, man. What the hell is this? Unholy healing.
Unholy healing.
Why would you say that out loud, you idiot?
What do you mean?
Oh my god!
It's my beast. Of course, I'm telling them what my beast does.
Okay.
It has. It
Actually
can heal.
autistic.
It can heal for all damage it does.
Velia is feeling very vindicated right now.
Alright.
Yeah, but you're in character. You don't know this shit.
Yeah.
He said it out loud. He said he told the party.
No.
Holy shit!
No.
No.
Little
Oh.
unholy.
No. In character.
Now
No,
that
I'm
we
kidding,
know
kidding.
it's so fun.
Okay.
No,
No
no,
meta
no.
gaming. No meta.
No
gaming.
meta.
Well, I mean, I did
gaming.
notice the red eyes and the larger face.
Yeah.
So I'll ask Nier, like, do panthers usually have such red eyes?
You need some IMO.
I mean,
Is
if
he
they're
okay? I mean,
sometimes I guess they're stronger. Stronger monsters.
stronger,
Glow red eyes.
stronger monsters get red eyes.
Yeah. Have you not played Dark Souls?
No
I
computer.
I have not played such games. I didn't play much games growing up. Sorry.
Okay, understandable.
Well, I guess we have our fifth companion with us.
Yay! Let's not polymorph him ever.
Right, that doesn't seem like something intelligent sorcerer would do.
Can I feed Lido some wine without him dying?
Questionable.
Okay, never mind.
Okay, well, let's get going to Krezk.
Onward.
Right.
Yeah.
You making your way to Krezk? It is night again by the time you reach.
Okay, wait. Can we just break for a second? I need to go to the toilet
Alright.
Sure.
and get more drink.
We can talk our character now.
Vampire Panther?
No, of course not. I would have just. I don't know. It's just a normal panther. What do you mean?
Yeah, no.
Subject.
Even if you guys knew it was unholy healing, right? It's just it's just his skill.
Yeah, he's just drinking blood to replenish his hit points.
Yeah, which is like a common theme in
Yeah.
Barovia.
Yeah, like it's like how you eat meat to be full. Man, that didn't go how I expected. God damn it. It's fine. It's better.
Oh well.
The gods of RNG have saved me once again.
Ha! I
It
did.
always happens. It always happens.
You see, right? Basically, Strahd was flying on his stupid flying horse thing, watching us battle the tree, and then he's like, "Okay, cool. You guys got this. Looks like my friend in the party is doing his shit." And then he flies away, and then we go back, and then someone kills Davian, and then he gets a panther.
Panther with red eyes and
I'm
larger fangs.
just saying.
Wasn't even related, you know? Not even related.
I swear, Sandy is like a fucking genius. Like, you can't tell if he's trolling or not, so it's really fucking hard to tell whether he's lying.
I'm just assuming that he's lying all the time. That's my baseline assumption. But everything you say, it's a lie.
I'm telling the truth.
Vilya no longer believes Nier, basically. in the party, Vilya is just okay.
Done with my bullshit.
Sure, whatever you say, Nier.
Well, hey, at least you're not addicted to dead children anymore.
Exactly. You see, that's the good side. You always need to look at the good side, you know.
Cause you got a panther. How did he get the panther?
The panther is alleviating my addiction. That's the power of little.
Little. Totally expected people to have
Got
like.
it to work again.
Holy shit. What is that?
Fuck off, Megan.
It's really irritating. Actually, very surprised you guys didn't have like questions to ask each other during the zone of truth.
I mean-
You guys trying to target me? Huh?
No, like
Yes.
questions
I'm
towards
glad you realized that.
questions towards each, like everyone. Like it was open to all, so anyone could have asked anyone anything under that zone of truth.
I totally expected
the one
Villia to
person-
steal like 2,000 gold by the time by
I'm
now.
not holding any of the gold. Alina is holding all of our gold.
I know, but I was expecting you to have stolen like 2,000 gold worth of items by now.
Well, at
Like,
least
from
now
other
you
places.
know
Now
that
I
you
know.
are the only
Right.
shitty one in the party.
Oh!
Wow, huge
Oh
rude.
damn!
Huge
Oh.
rude.
Oh.
What about what about the time where
Oh.
you didn't have to roll wisdom save, huh? What do you mean? What do you mean, huh?
If you had asked me, I would have no idea either.
We-
Julian's a dumbass.
We have no idea either. It's like her.
You have no idea. I want to know.
No
You know
idea
who
what's
should be in the zone of truth? The DM.
Oh my god.
It's just like yelling at the sky.
Fucking
It's just like, damn.
Villa's drunk. She's just drunk.
Actually drunk.
Alright.
Is Ian back?
Yeah, I'm the only one drinking here.
I thought you're actually drinking.
Yeah,
drank
those
also.
straws-
He actually can't see because you know why? I don't have webcam. So it might be cooked for all I know.
It's okay, I drank also.
zone of
1.4%,
truth, I am
1.7%.
not fighting back. Strong zeros. This is my second pack.
Alright, anyway, you make your way up to Krezk. The guards, you can see from the distance, the guards can see your wagon approaching. And you see they scramble down, almost as if they look like they're going to fetch someone.
Whoa, what was the sound?
Alright.
You need to change the music.
Custard.
Oh.
Great.
What the fuck is that? Okay, you see they went almost as if they go and fetch someone. And you see suddenly a man appear at the top of the sentry post. Man's very burly, muscled, brown hair, like a bit of a beard and mustache. And he says, I have heard of you, and I apologize for how rude my guards were previously. And he kind of slaps one of them. He said, I'm sorry, I only heard of it after they came and told me what they did. And he says, but I'm glad that you have returned safely. He says, welcome to Krezk. And he says, open the gates! And then he's like, you see the gates open. That's what you see.
Well, that was easy.
While we are entering, could I just shout out, if I may, your name please?
My name is Burgomaster Krezkov.
Oh.
Well, it's
Imagine
nice to
this,
meet you.
but with snow. It's like this, but this is like in summer. It's like full winter, full on winter. This area.
Oh, we're cold as fuck now.
just to check, Burgomaster.
It's quite cold. Yeah, it's quite cold.
Sorry?
This area that you're in now, like Krezk, is like it's snowing now. It's snowing right now. It's very cold.
August. Sorry, Ian, what was that? Burgomaster?
Burgomaster and Abbot, are they different things?
Yeah,
Burgomaster's
Burgomaster.
like the mayor. of the
May.
town.
And Ever's like the
okay.
head priest guy or something like that.
Ah, okay. Alright.
I'll just shout back. It's nice to meet you, Burgomaster.
It's like, I'll see you in my house. And then he kind of walks away. He said, you may leave the shipment of wine with these two fucking idiots. And he walks away. He walks down. You see the two of them like cursing and swearing under their breath.
Oh, well. Alright, I'll just like...
I'm like, okay, so it's shipment for 2 barrels, right? So y'all take 2 barrels and then you leave the other 2 on the cart, okay?
I'm like standing
Yeah.
behind Vuya and like...
They look at
bowing
your
my head.
spear and then they just like nod silently.
Yeah, we want the horses and the 2 barrels to be waiting for us, plus the cart when we leave.
No,
I
as in, like,
sharpened my
they-
short
no,
sword.
They just roll it off or whatever they need to do, then we just
Yeah.
bring the wagon with us into the town.
Yeah, okay.
But where would we keep them? I asked the guards,
We just parked it in front of the Burgomaster's house for now.
yeah, I'll ask the guards anyway, like, where could we put the wagon and the horses for them to be fed and rested?
There is a stable house over there. Then they point in the direction. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you like, there's no map for this town essentially.
What?
So,
Aww.
there's a stable house in town. Then it's like, we can help you bring your horses and the wagon over if you like.
Are these the same guards that we first
Yes, yes.
met?
We should let like Vilya or Nia do the negotiations for these 2.
Yeah, I just like Vuya near. Anything you guys wanna?
Okay. What kind of hay are you feeding my horses, huh?
And he like kind of like looks at you. He's like, he looks fucking pissed, but he says like, only the best for the guests of Krezk.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Where do you put the kids?
They are at the inn.
Are they well? Have they been treated fairly? Are they okay?
Oh wait, retcon. Sorry, they're not. They are at the Burgomaster's house.
Oh, are they well? Are they being treated okay?
They've been staying with the Burgomaster this entire time.
That's good.
Okay.
Is there any chance we can speak to the Burgomaster personally? Have a conversation?
Maybe we're supposed to go to
Yeah,
his...
he
We are
asked.
supposed to go to his house.
He's like, I will lead you there. One of them says. The other one says.
So one of them being left behind. Like.
Yeah, I'd say one of them's bringing your wagon and stuff
Uh,
to the stable house.
I take a gold coin and pass it to him and say, "No hard feelings. I mean, I understand you were just doing your job.
It's like, yeah. He smiles.
Albeit
Wow.
rudely.
Alida has been like bribing people, dude.
Just-
Yeah!
For like the past like
Because
few weeks.
he's
Oh, you
holding
guys
all
are
your money.
assholes!
Yeah,
You guys
he's
are
like...
assholes. I'm trying to maintain relationships because I'm pissing off everyone.
We are like setting things on fire and you're like following
Would-
behind us like
I like
fire
a little
extinguishing.
bucket, a little bucket
It's okay,
of water.
it's okay. In like 2 days time, Krezk is going to be on fire and like half the population is dead by
That
like...
is
That's
true.
right.
Hopefully not by us. Hopefully.
Trust.
Look at what happened to
Calm.
Davian.
And we're not going to be affected because we have a party member that is, real good friends.
No, that's not true.
Yeah. So I pass the gold coin and I say, "Thanks for keeping your promise for the
You
children."
shit, copper.
He
Yeah.
thanks you and he leads your horses away in the wagon.
Yep.
Alright, you make your way up to this not really beautiful, but it's rather large house. It's not really an estate. It's not like Valaki where the houses are all much larger. They're made of bricks. You see like the houses are made of wood, and like they're on stilts, like wooden stilts, so elevated above the ground. But this one is exceptionally large. You walk in and it's almost dinner time, and you see the Burgomaster Krezk is standing outside. He's like, "Oh, please come in. We're about to have dinner. You should join us." He said, "Your children are here, but I don't see them bearing any resemblance to any of you."
Have they been good? I mean,
Yes, we've been feeding them, and they've been given new clothes. They've made some friends. Yeah, I would say they're having
Julia skips over and gives children a big hug.
Okay, here's what you see when you go into the house. You see a long dining table. a lady sitting there. She's quite pretty. You presume it's the burgomaster's wife. You also see a boy, brown hair as well, a little bit plump, who seems to be eating, like just eating a lot of food. It's like a whole plate of food. The plate of food that he's currently eating, looks like it could be for like 2 to 3 people.
So it's a glutton, man, basically.
Holy shit.
It's like, he looks like the
kid from Matilda.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory guy.
Oh, okay.
The thick guy from Harry Potter.
Who's the thick guy from Harry
Dudley?
Potter?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
What's his name again?
Dudley.
The 2 children are there. They are eating regular children-sized portions. Yeah. Everybody seems like they have a very nice, kind disposition, and they invite you to kind of like sit around at a table and have dinner. And so, what would you like to do?
Are they drinking wine? Any wine on the table?
There is wine. There is Purple Dragon Crush.
Ooh.
Purple?
Purple Grape Crush.
Purple Grape Crush? Is it Purple Grape Crush?
Yes,
Oh.
Purple Grape Crush.
So,
Purple Grape Smash, sorry.
Smash. Purple Grape Smash. Fun. I'm getting
You guys
confused.
know your wine.
So,
Yes, the new shipment that you brought in. Yes.
that's...
This is the last of the previous shipment.
I see.
You would not have had any wine for a while if not for you. And well, we are thankful. I personally am a big wine fanatic.
Have you
Well, thank you.
have
Thank
you
you for
tried
inviting us.
Have you tried Red Dragon Crush?
I have only sampled it once. I'm afraid it is a very rare vintage, and I cannot possibly forget the taste now. It is a blessing and a curse.
So true, brother. So
Hey,
true.
we have the painting set, right?
No, wait,
Ooh.
did we take a bottle from Strahd?
I
No,
didn't.
Did we? I don't think we did
I
it.
didn't. Yeah.
No,
Did-
we didn't.
He didn't give us to any, is it?
No.
But we have the painting set, right?
Yes, but I will not. We're not
No, I don't think we can draw.
We have to wrestle it from my dead body.
No, we should save it. See what he wants of us.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, like hold that card.
Alright, where should we start with the Burgomaster?
I'm like, so Burgomaster, how are the? Thank you first for taking care of these kids. We just want to make sure that they have a safe space, and we're happy to hear that you're more than willing to provide that for them. So we are grateful.
Of course, you have to pardon my over enthusiastic guards. A lot of people come seeking refuge in Krezk, and as much as we would like to provide aid to everyone, it is difficult to provide the food and supplies needed for that many people. I'm sure you understand.
Okay.
Okay, what?
No, sorry, my dad. He came in.
Oh,
I'm whispering to the kids, like, is he treating you okay? Are you all good?
they give you like a thumbs up. Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, your guts should certainly seem a bit guarded. I mean, I had the feeling you guys don't really do trade much outside. You guys are quite self-sustained.
well, I believe in self-sustenance, and Krezk, we do have a couple of very fine craftsmen, and we have our own herbalist and our own enchanter as well. There is no need for us to rely on people from the outside. It's better to be self-sufficient, I believe.
He said just now that there have been many people trying to refugees or something trying to get in. Is it?
There have been a few, yes.
Could I ask why? Is that the case?
Barovia is a complicated land, and there will always be people moving around trying to find a home. The land is volatile and deadly. Unfortunately, as much as I like to take in people, we can only afford to give those who earn their keep a place to stay. We do not have an inn in Krezk, as you can see. There's no place for people to come and enjoy a night or two, drink. It is a place of self-sustenance where people provide for each other. If we fail at our jobs, our people, the neighbors around them would die. We believe in protecting the man next to you in this town. And I'm sorry if I had to put it this way, but you would understand if I have to say I do not trust strangers very much.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
I mean, given how Barovia is, really understand that.
But I thank you for doing this town a favor, and understandably you must have gone to quite a bit of effort to bring these
Oh, you wouldn't
this
know.
wine to us. And for that, you have my thanks, and I promise the four of you have safe passage through Krezk anytime you would like.
You mentioned that there's no inn, so is there a place that we can stay? I mean,
I have already prepared 2 bedrooms for you. You may stay with us
oh,
Wow. Thanks.
for as long as you'd like.
I will hop off for 1 second.
Oh, okay.
You what?
It's gonna hop
Transition.
Oh,
The children have been staying with us as well. We have a small nursery where we have created, we have transformed into a makeshift bedroom for them. I'm not sure if you would like to take them away or if there's a family where they would have to go to, but we did what we could.
I messaged to Alida, like, I know how much the children mean to you, so perhaps we could use the other 2 barrels to pay for, like, the burgomaster to take care of them, and if there's any more need for money, we could probably top it up a bit more.
I message back. You are very kind, Herder.
But in the end, I leave this decision up to you.
Thank you. So I'll speak up. Burgomaster, actually the story with these kids is quite tragic. They were sold off, and let's just say we rescued them from a life and death situation, and we are really in no place to foster them. I was thinking if you would be so kind as to accept them. If not you, maybe someone in Krezk might be able to raise them up. I'm sure they can be valuable members of this town.
Well, we have already taken care of them for a few days and would be lying for me. I would be lying if I said I had not taken a fancy to the 2 of them. I tell you what, if you would do me a favor, I would be willing to take care of the children for you.
Of course, but I mean no offense, but we'll have to hear this favor first.
It is a simple favor. I just need you to check on some missing livestock from the farm.
Oh.
Winter is coming, and I just wanted to make sure that everything was okay.
Oh well, sure, of course.
sure.
I'm sure Nia can help me out. Help us out.
It is just a case of maybe 2 missing sheep. But I'm sure you would know that 2 missing sheep could mean days, 2 days, maybe 3 days worth of food for a family.
Indeed. Is there concern with the food, like your supplies of stock for the winter?
Well, we have enough from my previous calculations. I just need to make sure that everything is in order because winter is fast approaching, as you can see.
Alright. Sure.
Alright.
You bunch don't look very properly clothed, by the way.
No.
We have a tailor in town, and they specialize in turning furs into winter clothing. You might consider speaking to her.
Okay, yeah.
What's her name?
Anastasia.
Anastasia, the fur lady.
So at this point, you notice that you've been speaking but the son has already eaten like the entire plate of food.
Whoa.
And it's on to like another helping.
Wow.
Can I discern if this is just pure fat boy thingy or is this like something wrong with him?
You can make me a perception check.
Come on!
You tell that he's very into the food. He seems like he genuinely is enjoying the food, and he seems very hungry.
I sort of like awkwardly
You
gesture.
see suddenly you see the burgomaster Krezk says like, please pardon my son Ilya. He's he eats a little bit too fast, and he kind of like pats him on the back and says, "Hey Ilya, please slow down. We have guests, and it's not polite to eat so quickly."
So his name is Ilya?
Yes, Ilya.
Hey look, it's like Vilya minus a V.
Yes, it actually is Vilya minus a V.
I asked the burgomaster like, has he always been such a hearty eater?
Recently after he came back from the dead,
the dead?
he's developed a more robust appetite.
Well,
Yes, sir, he was given the grace of the Morning Lord, and the abbot brought him back to life.
she just dropped that bomb like super casually.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Did you say raised from the dead?
Yes. I'm sorry. This is not new news to Krezk. It happened a few weeks ago, but Ilya passed away. He had a disease when he was growing up, and he was he passed for about a month before we decided to bring him to the abbot. We were heartbroken. We didn't know what we could do, and the abbot, after much effort, managed to find the grace of the Morning Lord to bring him back, and now we have our son again.
What disease did he have?
It was a heart condition.
Nonetheless, it is great that you have your son back with you.
Indeed.
It's true. And then you see the wife suddenly chime in and say, it is of the grace of the Morning Lord, and we're just thankful that Ilya is normal again, and that he's healing well, and he's very happy to be alive again.
A month, you said? Like, did you... I mean... Sorry, I don't mean to be rude, but, if someone passes away, over the course of a month, I would assume that, there's decomposition and...
We managed to preserve the body with some help from our alchemist. Yes. He, as you can see, there is no decomposition at all.
That's amazing. I've never heard of anything like this before.
It's like a miracle.
Yes. If I I'm sorry, I'm asking too many questions, but has he changed in any way?
Oh, just a more robust
appetite.
appetite for a
Right.
young boy, but other than that, he's the same Ilya, kind, responsible, thoughtful. Nothing has changed besides, well, his appetite, of course.
Well, that's great.
Yeah. It's good to hear.
This abbot of yours must be really powerful. I mean, to be able to do something like this, it will be.
He is
No.
touched by the gods. Only someone who is so in tune with the holy beings may command such power, I believe.
What's his name? And what's the name of the I guess abbey?
Damn. Good question. Give me a second. Oh.
Abbot not suspicious in the Abbey of not suspicious land. Oh man.
It's the Abbey of Saint Markovia.
Saint Markovia.
Marco as in Markovia.
Uh-huh.
Markovia.
Yes.
Markovia.
And we merely know him as but he does not really have a name. Now that you mention it, seems kind of strange.
I see.
We know him
as in Krezk, like.
Oh yes, he's
he's
been in Krezk his entire life.
Would it be possible to meet him? I'm a man of faith myself, and
I could arrange a meeting, but I think the abbey is open to all who would want to pay a visit. Merely just walk north, and then he kind of gestures towards, like, you see, like the crest is at the lower edge of this like snowy area, and then there's like a mountain path which winds up, and you see this like building above which appears to be like the abbey.
whoa, so
Yeah.
the abbey's like super important, like where will usually be like the biggest building, the abbey is.
Yeah. Basically, it's like it's at the top of Krezk, essentially.
Holy shit. This is a religious town, man.
Is it like the Lord of the Rings, the Minas Tirith?
Not exactly. Krezk is not as big on a scale. You can imagine like this small town at the foot of like a mountain, and then like it's a small mountain path going up, then maybe like 100, 200 feet up. There's like this abbey up there, yeah.
Okay.
Alright. Well, thank you. I think we might pay him a visit tomorrow.
Yes, of course.
Sometime tomorrow, perhaps?
Yeah. If I may ask, how have... I mean... Strahd has been... Strahd is a presence here. How have you not been affected?
When you mention the name, he kind of like looks very like suspicious and kind of like almost as if he doesn't like to hear the name.
Sorry, I mean no offense. I'm just curious because Velaki and wherever we've been, he has been let's just say a presence there. And it doesn't seem to be the case here.
Well, I would say that we have nothing to concern Strahd with here. The abbot is a force for good. I am not sure if it repels the Dark Lord himself. And I believe that Strahd concerns himself with more relevant things like Yester Hill down south.
Well, we just fucked that up.
Are you saying that?
No.
No, I'm not saying that.
see. Well, that's really.
Could you tell us more about like Yester Hill? Like,
I only hear that the druids at Yester Hill work for Strahd.
oh,
There been any druids here? Like ever?
No. Well, they have no business here.
okay.
Well.
Is there any, are there anybody in this town that are very like regular churchgoers that go to the abbey?
People don't usually. There is a small fountain in town where people a small shrine and fountain in town where people spend their time praying. People don't usually go and disturb the abbot unless it is of grave importance. Anything short of a miracle.
And people, as in the shrine, is in relation to what deity?
Well, we don't believe in worshipping a single god here.
So to each his own.
To each his own.
I see.
You saw this fountain as you made your way into Krezk. It was like a small circular fountain in the middle. Not really a fountain, but more like a small pool in a way of like clear water, and there were like some offerings and stuff there.
Do you get many nobles in this town? Aside from.
There are no nobles in Krezk. There is a noble family that stays a ways away from here, but none in Krezk.
Oh, nobles?
Where is this noble family located?
The Vidotov family. They are located east of Krezk. There is a small side road that leads to their mansion.
Do they come under your care, or they just kind of function on their own?
No, the Vidotov family is fully self-sufficient.
Alright.
I like Krezk
Yeah.
from the
It's
picture.
I think Krezk is a very welcome change of pace for us.
Probably until we dig deeper, then we realize it's utterly fucked up.
Let's not ruin it for ourselves.
Virgo Master, have you ever heard of someone called Vasily?
Name does not ring any bells.
Oh yeah, we gotta meet the girl,
Oh
right?
yes,
Where?
we were actually told of Krezk from a lady named Esmeralda.
Yes, she came through here
Right.
a week ago.
She hasn't been back since.
No, she has made her way up to the abbey.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so she's currently in town.
Oh yes. As far as I know, she has not left.
I see. Well, she's an acquaintance of ours, so I think.
She did a favor for me as well.
Oh.
Hunted a few wolves.
Wow. Okay.
She's been here for about a week, you say?
That's correct. I think she made her way up to the abbey a day or two ago.
Wow.
Okay.
Speaking of favors, about those two sheep that you requested that we go check out. Perhaps you could tell us where we could find them.
There is a farm at the northern edge of town, run by a boy named Luca.
Luca.
This Luca would probably tell us more, is it?
I would advise you to be careful when speaking with Luca. He is the town simpleton, if you will.
Okay.
He might not have a way with words, but he has a way with sheep.
Okay.
Alright.
Alright.
Sounds good.
Would he know the accurate amount of livestock? Would he know the accurate amount of livestock?
Yes, of course. He I trust him completely when it comes to the sheep, and he has been doing an outstanding job for years.
Alright, that's good to hear. It's night time now, right?
Yes.
Shit. Yes.
At this point, the Ilya is on his third plate of food.
Holy crap.
Just ask Master. He suddenly has a hearty appetite. Does he, get full?
Oh yes, sir. Well, he will be full soon. Don't worry about it.
Okay. It's just nice to see, people really appreciate food.
Yes. Ilya is well, he has a very robust appetite now, and I believe he greatly appreciates my wife's cooking. And you see the lady's kind of smiles. Lady Krezk smiles.
Well, it's really delicious.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What's the food on the table? Like typical.
Not noble food, but like there's some like roast meat, like vegetables, boiled vegetables, and there's rice.
And he's eating everything, not just like a particular, like only.
No,
meat
everything,
or-
everything.
Oh my god, it's mom cooking. Best cooking.
It's like bread and stuff. So yeah, fruit.
Wow.
It's like your typical like farm to table kind of food lah.
Okay. Well. Nom nom nom.
Is someone eating chips?
Oh, sorry, I'm biting ice.
Wow.
And it's bad for your teeth, bruh.
I like to do that
It's
too.
tiny ice bits from my drink. But yeah, okay.
I feel like Nia's never coming back.
Rip.
Yeah, he's going to meet Strahd, don't you know?
Yeah. Different.
Not aware leh.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, it's not aware. And I'm the DM.
DM the most aware. The most aware.
Strahd pops into his SPS bus. Just like,
That's right.
Probably messaging him right now.
Panther running alongside. Where is the Panther, by the way?
Maybe
right
Strahd
now?
is the panther.
Waiting outside.
Oh.
oh, cutie.
Ooh, is Strahd the Panther? Then, well, I mean, if Strahd is the Panther, honestly, then we're all like pretty well protected. We don't have to be that scared.
Fucking
Yeah,
Vasily
we always
2.0.
send the panther like out front.
Yeah, Panther go first.
Vasily
Never
2.0.
die.
Well,
Black
Go
Panther.
get fucked. I said the Panther can't get fucked because it's Strahd.
Yeah.
Alright.
okay. I think that's it. I don't think we have anything else. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. We should go rest.
There's a couple things to go check out, like the tailor first to get the
Yeah.
clothes and the livestock, and then the abbey.
Yeah, he says I will inform Luca that you will be coming. Would tomorrow morning be okay?
Yeah, that'll be
'Cause
great.
I will send a messenger.
What time does the tailor open? Like, just does she normally take a
All
while
the
to-
stores.
or does she have stuff already?
All the stores in Krezk open at noon.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so Abby,
Sure, morning works.
Abby shop livestock and then die to Strahd.
What?
Nothing.
What?
Alright, what are you guys doing?
I'm gonna find an opportunity to talk to the party, and I ask that boy Ilya. He didn't. I mean, it's a miracle for sure if what they say is true, but there's something off about him.
You try to communicate with the kid then. See if he talks.
He's like, hello.
Oh,
He's like he's eating, but in between like bites he talks to you.
Oh. Hi Ilya.
Hello, what are you?
Yeah, I'm a Loxodon. My name is Herder.
What again? A what?
A Loxodon. It's like an elephant. I'm a
What?
Loxodon.
A elephant?
Yeah.
What's an elephant?
It's a creature with a long nose.
Oh, you're gonna continue eating.
Can he not speak properly? As in, like,
No, he's
not
speaking
fully-
properly. It's just
It's
like
just his
normal.
mouth full.
Yeah.
Okay. How old is he?
He seems to be like 11 years old, 10, 11 years old, from what you can guess.
Okay.
I lean I whisper to Herder like, do you think I should try to do something? I mean, it might not work, but
Do some what?
I could, I don't know, try.
Detect good and evil?
No, I mean, I could try to dispel something from him or remove something.
What?
I
Like,
mean,
dude, I'm like, we are staying in the Burgos Master's house. There's literally nowhere else for us to stay. So,
that's true.
if you are sure about this, that it won't bring harm to the son, like no one would know that you're doing something, then by all means. But if it's obvious, then I mean, they're obviously very happy to have their son back. So if we like attempt to attack the son,
But
then I don't think you'll be.
That's true. I was thinking of doing it more on the, like taking a page from you and Nia and doing it a bit of the side, you know.
Maybe
When
we can
Nia's
do it
back.
I'm so proud of you, Alan.
I mean, I'm
It's a time
concerned.
and place.
Yes, that's true. But I'm concerned with the amount he's eating and the food situation the Burger Master's talking about. One thing might lead to another.
I mean, I guess we could just ask him questions instead of
I
before
don't-
doing anything. You know?
I mean, what all I'm doing is trying to remove something. It won't really. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and if it does, then
You say move something? What are you trying to
remove.
move?
Oh.
Remove?
Maybe a curse.
There's
Ah.
You want to bring
Nia
Nia up to speed because he's completely lost now. He's back.
The kid's a zombie!
Yeah.
What?
No. Where did Nia leave? Right before we.
Yeah, right before your entire conversation, basically.
Okay. Oh shit, he left. Oh, he's in Discord. What's the long story short is Krezk is pretty cool. They are self-sustainable and we seem pretty safe. They have a son that's really plump and eats a shit ton, like a metric ton. They kind of dropped the bomb casually that he was resurrected after being dead for a month by the abbot. And yeah, we get the feeling that like the abbey is a very respected here, like very high power. Krezk is self-sustainable. We were asked to do a favor for the Burger Master, sort of like unofficial contract to keep Tom and Jerry, like for him to take care of them. We confirmed that the druids work for Strahd. There's Anastasia, the fur lady, very important. And there's the livestock, the farm place is run by a simpleton named Luca. Yeah, I think that's the gist of it.
Alright, carry on.
Yeah, so we move, like, if it doesn't work, nothing will really happen. But if something works, then the curse will be removed. Of course, I'll have to. They'll hear me chant the incantation, and I'll have to touch. Maybe, I mean, not at the table, of course. Maybe sometime afterwards.
Yeah, maybe you'll find a chance.
But what if he tells his like father?
Well,
The weird dragon touched me.
oh my god.
You know,
Gods.
as in, there is a possibility that it's gonna be like, hey, Dad, like, he like was chanting something and touched me. I don't know, you know.
That's true.
Maybe you could tell him it's a blessing, like later, not in front of the parents.
Yeah, I'm just trying to sound like, so, how do you feel? Like, I mean, your dad obviously told us what happened to you. Like, you feel good now? Like, what's...
He kind of like is licking like gravy off his spoon, and you see he's done with his third plate of when he pushes it aside, and he's like, He doesn't. He seems like he's done with his food. Yeah. Sorry, what's your question again?
How do you feel now as compared to, I guess, before?
The same, I guess. I'm just a little more hungry than usual.
Well, that's great. A growing boy like you needs all he can eat.
Yeah. My mom says that too.
Do you have any? I mean, you're of course you're recovering. You're making sure that you cope. I guess recuperating well. Do you have any like weird dreams or like uncomfortable, like maybe at night or something like? Or it's all G?
Oh, not really. Everything's the same. I dream about normal stuff, I guess. I'm just like hungrier than usual. That's it.
Do you like point to the kids, like do you guys get along?
Oh yeah, we play together all the time.
That's good. Can you tell us a bit more about this Abbott guy? I mean, must have spent some time with him.
I never really like got to thank him because like my parents took me away after I was brought back.
Oh, I see.
I only remember like it was all dark, and then I felt really sleepy, and then don't remember much anymore. And then now suddenly one day I could see again.
Wow, sounds.
Wow, this song.
It just comes in at the right time, yeah.
All according to plan.
We're all still at the dinner table, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, Burger Master. Sorry, this is really interesting to me because we've never heard of this. We've only maybe like read it in books or something. But were you guys there for like the ceremony? Like, how did he?
We were not allowed to be there.
But you were at the abbey though, as in you're waiting, right? Like maybe not in the room.
We were not allowed to be there. The abbot had very specific instructions that he would inform us it was over.
Oh, and how long was he?
Took him the greater part of a week.
Wow. Okay. Well.
Okay.
Like thumbs up to Tom and Jerry. Like, yeah.
What?
Thumbs up to Tom and Jerry. Yeah.
Tom and Jerry.
Alright.
Have you been in Krezk your whole life then?
Yes. My ancestors founded this town, and I naturally took over. Okay. Let's keep it simple. If you want to ask anything else, go ahead. Otherwise, we'll wrap it up and you can do whatever you want to do.
Alright. I think we are.
What's the time now again?
Late it is like 9-ish, maybe.
Yeah, I got nothing else to ask. You guys got nothing else?
I really want to try. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. They seem
Ready
happy. He
to
seems okay.
Go back to I guess. Who am I sharing a room with?
No.
There are 2 bedrooms, right?
Yeah, 2 beds in each bedroom.
You can pick your choice. Yeah.
Staying with Herder.
Alright.
Yeah.
Can we look around and spend the gold tomorrow? Sunny says.
I think the shops are all closed now. He said that the shops open typically at noon, like
He said
12.
he said tomorrow.
Yeah, so
Oh, yeah,
after the
tomorrow.
Abbot, I
Oh.
guess.
But
Yeah.
we sort of set up the meeting with the abbot in the morning.
Yeah.
He set up the meeting with Luca, friend.
No, look at the farm.
Oh,
the going
sorry.
out to get the
Yeah, sorry.
livestock.
Okay.
I was totally.
When is the Abbot meeting?
He said you just go up whenever you want.
Alright, that's good.
Yeah, it's open to the public.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, so the plan tomorrow is that we go meet the Luca guy who's like the farm hand that's taking care of all the livestock, and you know, if you can find the 2 missing sheep, then the burgomaster will continue to take care of the kids that we left in Krezk before. And then after that we probably go like walk around the town and go and visit all like a tailor to get winter clothes, and you know, maybe look at the alchemist or all that
Stock
kind
up
of
and
stuff. Yeah, stock up if we need, and then probably go to the abbey after. So that's the plan for tomorrow, just to bring Nier up to speed.
Okay. Got it.
I mean, if you're done eating, I kind of just want to go back to bed, but not to bed. I mean, yes, to bed, but I want to read the Tomb of Strahd. So I
Oh.
asked
It's with me, right?
Adidar, like,
Uh,
do some night reading, please.
do you guys want to read it together for the first few hours? I mean,
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, I just want to read it, like, so
I
we
mean,
can all share.
sure. So, do a group huddle and we read.
But
Okay.
before that, I just want to say, like, I find the Abbot thing, I don't know if you guys already feel it, but I find Abbot thing very suspicious, and I find the kid something to watch out for.
Yeah,
doesn't
I am
feel right to
not.
me.
I'm not entirely convinced that the abbot is like great and like,
Yeah.
oh, this is amazing, but I mean, like, true resurrection is not something that is just done, you know, like
Plus, it was like a month later, right?
Yeah.
a week.
A week?
A
Dead-
month.
He was dead
A
for a
month.
month.
Oh yeah, he was dead for a month, and then he was preserved by
Yeah.
like using the alchemy.
And he's so
whatever.
secretive about it. I don't trust this at all.
I don't think, maybe the burgomaster knows more, but I mean, we didn't inside check him, so we wouldn't know. But I don't think he also knows entirely what happened to his son.
Yeah.
He just like kind of left him there for like a week.
Yeah.
That kind of, I guess it's like to him like a Hail Mary kind of situation. Like, you know, if you know this is our last choice, if we can't bring his son back to life, then like I guess our son really is dead. You know.
Yeah, well, our kids are kinda in the same building as this zombie kid, so
mm.
there is that cause for concern there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess we'll only know like when we go to the abbey and check shit out.
I
Maybe
really,
we'll see Esmeralda there because she's there.
really
Yeah.
want this town to be good. Oh my god.
Esmeralda's been there for like a
Alidar.
decade, you know.
We are in Barovia. There is no
Yeah.
such thing.
Something
That's
is
true.
definitely fucked up.
Yeah, this ever can either be the most powerful cleric I've ever met, or the most powerful necromancer I've ever met.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean,
And
he must have strong pull in very high places,
Yeah.
right? For this resurrection thing to be able to. Huh. Remember who brought you back from the dead, Alidar?
I was dead?
Eh?
I'm-
I thought it
As
was
in you were right? Am I remembering things
the
correctly?
green, is it?
Like, no, he touched the thing and then he just
the green, yeah.
died.
But it
Essentially.
wasn't
I
dead, right? It was,
died?
He was unconscious.
yeah,
Like
unconscious.
really unconscious.
I see that's
It
a
was
bit-
quite bad. Like, it wasn't just like, oh, you know, we can bring you back. Like, it wasn't something that we could do. I mean, because if it's something we could do, we would just have done it, right there and then.
Mm,
Like, the,
No, but he was not dead.
we needed to
Yeah.
get help.
he wasn't dead. He wasn't dead.
Oh, but we couldn't drag him. That was the problem, right? Like, we couldn't just leave him unconscious.
Yeah.
Ah.
That's why we went to Strahd to like get it fixed.
Yeah, but anyway, I'm saying that Strahd, you know, essentially brought you back from consciousness without having to do like what we normally would do, like feed someone a healing potion, that kind. I'm just saying that Strahd has the ability to do that. So
you're suggesting maybe the abbot might have a link to Strahd?
Maybe. Because this is really high power shit. Like even you don't know, and even like Sean as a cleric doesn't know. Halidar as a cleric doesn't know. Not doesn't know, but it's not been seen done before essentially.
Yeah.
So, and we all come from Waterdeep, which is it's not all of us, but it's the place. It is the place, right, that has all these great practitioners of all these various religions and sects and all that. So, if they can't do it, then if this guy can do it, maybe there is something a bit off lah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just my 2 cents.
Trust nothing in Barovia.
That's right, Alidar. That's a lesson you gotta learn.
I know.
Son. I'm just saying that for your own good, so that you don't get burned again.
Alright. Thanks.
Stairs and near.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Oh, also, I've sort of been keeping this trick up my sleeve. I can sort of contact anyone I want, regardless of distance. It's a like message herder, but better.
Wow.
Cool.
So
okay.
I could check up on.
What's this?
Sending.
Oh yeah, okay.
I could
Yeah.
check up on Irina and maybe message Esmeralda and let her know we are here.
I think that Irina will be we don't know where Esmeralda's alliances lie just as yet. We barely had a proper conversation with her. And she was super standoffish.
Can you link me sending so I know?
So I think checking with, if this is a quite a high level spell or something that you need, I don't know. I feel like it probably should be with someone that we know implicitly not implicitly, what's the word? I just know that person is good, So we can check, we can maybe, because now according to our party fortune, we know that entertaining man with a monkey can help us, right? And we thought it was Blinksy, but it was actually Rictavio or something. So, huh? I thought it's Rictavio, no?
Oh, that's a good point.
So maybe we can use that to contact him, because we obviously don't know where he is, right? So that might be that might be something that we can maybe try. And she's looking for Rictavio, Esmeralda. So if we contact Rictavio and he can confirm whether or not Esmeralda is the person that she says she is, I need to save him or some shit, right? Then great, we can trust Esmeralda. But if he says that, this Esmeralda is a piece of shit, she's a bitch, she's been trying to kill me for centuries kind of thing, then we know not to trust Esmeralda, but we can at least trust him because according to our fortune, he is able to help us in some way, shape or form.
Right.
Make sense?
Right.
Make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Yes.
So I feel like Rictavio would be a good person to send to.
Well,
potentially.
Sure.
Okay.
Would you like me
Got
to?
a point there.
Would you like me to try?
Now, right now.
Before we dive into Strahd's book. Why not?
Okay.
Oh, sure. Okay, yeah.
Send an
Okay.
SMS.
But before that, it's a very short message. I can't really speak much and
25 words or less, right?
yeah. So, what should I say?
Maybe we don't add spacings.
So I just hey dude, what's up?
Fuck off.
Hey dude, what's up? We are over here, by the way.
That's one word. One word.
Hello, how are you?
Hey Rudolph, I'll return you actually Rictavio, right?
Alright,
Does that work?
do it properly if you want to do it,
Yeah.
friend.
Wait, how does this, as in, so
It's like message,
Your-
so 25 words from me to him, and then he can reply back, and that's the end. So that's one.
that's the end, like you cannot continue, because like for Herder he can continue the conversation.
Uh,
You know
I-
why? It's a cantrip. and you
Yeah,
can
I
spam it.
can but I'll use
Oh,
one spell
I
slot
see.
every time.
Okay,
This is
I'm
level
alive.
what?
Hello.
Wait, what,
Sorry.
what are we doing?
And we
Level
are
3.
trying to, okay, so Alidar has this spell called Sending, which allows him to essentially send a message to anybody, like doesn't matter how far away they are, like, and shit, right? So we're thinking of maybe sending this, as in using Sending to contact with Tavio, like the entertainer with the monkey. Yeah, because he's in our fortune, like he's in our party fortune, and he might be able to help us. And he might be able to shed some light on Esmeralda, who is in this town, and I'm assuming we're going to, come into contact with her when we go up to the Abbey tomorrow. So if we want to know whether we can trust her or not, then figuring out who Rick Tavio is and maybe what he can do for us, or I don't know, yeah, just to kind of see where things are at. So that's kind of what we want.
He can't reply, right?
He can reply. He can reply
Yeah, in 25 words.
also in
25.
words. I see. So we need to figure out what are the 25 words.
Yeah.
Hey dude, you alive?
Hey,
Come
dude,
to Krezk
alive.
tomorrow.
Ooh.
Krezk tomorrow.
I think we need to obviously identify ourselves so he knows who we are.
But well, he recognizes me as a sender if he knows me and he knows me.
What does that mean? Recognize you as a sender, as in he knows that Alidar, like he knows who he is. Like how does that work?
I assume he recognizes me, like as in that it's me lah.
Can ask DM. Like, does that mean that? Like, does
If he
Alidar
knows
have
you
to
lah.
identify himself as Alidar?
No,
Or
he
if he just
recognizes
say
you.
something, he will just know.
He recognizes you as the sender if he knows you. If the person knows you, he recognizes you.
It's like
Ah.
hearing a voice through Discord and knowing it's the person.
Sometimes need to check, the name.
Alright.
But okay, fine.
I
Then I guess we
game.
don't have to identify ourselves.
Give me the message.
25 words. We have to ask about Esmeralda.
Am I doing this now? Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Didn't you want to do it now?
Yeah, okay. So here goes. The message will be
No. Have you written it out already?
YOLO.
No, write it out. Write it out. Let's decide first before you use freaking 35 words.
Alright, fine.
What's up, babe?
Okay, we'll inform him of our location. I'll use his real name and his fake alias.
What's his real name again?
Rudolf van Richten.
Oh, right.
That's 3 words.
That's fine. I'll just use Rudolf then. Look,
So is that hi
doesn't-
Rudolph
I'm pretty
or Rictavio as you introduce, as you first introduce yourself or something?
Julia,
So long,
I think we
Ah!
are overcomplicating this. This isn't a once in a lifetime thing.
Just say Rudolph. You'll know.
You know what? I'm sending it right now.
And ask about Esmeralda, please.
Okay, send. Go. One word by one word.
Okay.
The moment you start speaking, I'm counting words.
Okay. Rudolph, or Rictavio. If you can hear me, we are in Krezk, and if you are alive, we would like to meet you here.
Wait, and
If you are alive, we would like to meet you here.
to meet. Sorry. Done already.
Okay,
We would like
Where's
to meet. That's it.
here?
we would like to meet. Alright.
Okay.
Any reply?
Perfect. Worked out better.
You wait. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. No reply.
He's dead.
Is it instant the sending?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, maybe he just needs time. He's shy guy.
The answer in like immediately, right?
Reply.
So, but if the target is on a different plane than you, there's a 5% chance of the message doesn't arrive.
I'm just going to take it that he heard it, but he's wary and he doesn't want to answer. So that's fine. Would you like me to try Irina?
What?
Burning all the spell slots before long rest.
That's smart.
Wanted to do this a long while actually.
This is literally exactly what Laura does, by the way. Her
Oh,
new
really?
character. She messages her mom and her best
Yeah.
friend, or her friend or
Aw.
something,
That's so
if
sweet.
she doesn't burn all her spell slots.
That's so sweet. Okay, this is to Irina.
No, okay, go.
Irina, if you are doing well, please give me an answer.
If you are doing well, what?
Please give me an answer. I'm sorry we couldn't protect you in Valaki.
Okay.
I hope you are safe. Okay.
There's more, right?
That's 23 words, right?
Okay. Okay. She replies.
Oh.
Oh.
Save me.
Whoa.
Well,
Save me?
She just says save me.
Yes.
Damn.
you just see
Well-
Alida just get very shaken and
Working on that. We're working on that.
like I don't even share what
Alidar.
she said. I'm just like
Oh.
1,000 yards there now.
So
Are
she
you
doesn't,
okay,
she doesn't say
Alidar?
anything, Alidar?
Did she say anything?
She's we should make progress quickly, I think.
If I give Alidar a hug. We are trying.
Alright, if that's what you say.
Let's read this damn book.
Okay.
You open the 2 minutes blank.
What? You scribble shit on it then.
Oh,
Guess
wha-
But as you touch the paper, you feel, all 4 of you feel the. Nia needs to be here for this. It's quite important. You feel the
Hey,
you feel your surroundings go black.
Whoa. AR.
It's a similar sensation, and it's almost like it's almost magical. It's like when you saw the silver dragon, but you don't feel yourself anymore, and you are kind of just watching, and you're like hovering in a space, like a consciousness that's forced to watch, but you can't act. You feel like you can push your consciousness into the. You can't really do anything to influence any outcome. You are.
So it's just like watching a live action movie lah.
Yes, but you don't have a body.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You don't have any. You're just looking around, and you're just like you can see. You can move around, but you can't do anything. You look, and you're in the sky. What the fuck is that? You look down and you see a valley. It's very familiar to you. It looks like Barovia. The whole valley of Barovia below you. There's no castle. There's no Valaki. There's no Krezk. There's no Gutias Hill. Nothing of the sort. And it looks extremely different. It looks like the land is fresh and young and vibrant. People walking around. A whole bunch of settlements, a whole bustling with life and people and wagons moving from town to town. None of you don't recognize anybody as you move around, and then from the edge of your vision, you suddenly see what appears to be an army. If you could imagine like when the first line of soldiers from the army approach Helm's Deep. Yeah. And you see them marching towards the settlements, and they come like a wave of darkness and they wash through. And at the front of the army you see Strahd. But you notice that he is not a vampire, he is normal elf, riding a horse, sword at his side. Beside him you see someone, a handsome elvish male, also riding a horse, also very decorated in full plate armor. At the end of the battle, when they have conquered the last settlement, they shake hands to each other and they pat each other's backs, and you see Strahd say, "Could have never done this without you, Sergey." And the vision kind of fades and you're back in the room again.
Who's Sergey?
His brother.
Oh.
That's where we'll end today's session then.
Oh my god. More,
So
more.
this is like when we open the tomb, this is like first page where we were.
There's nothing, it feels like when you're opening the book doesn't seem to be a normal book. It's almost like a Tom Riddle's diary in a way.
And
where
then we're just like kind
You're
of
forced to experience the
something,
memories.
whatever it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Thanks for them, guys.
Oh
Sorry I
no,
came
it's so
on.
early.
Woo!
One more.
Shit, son.
Oh man.
Waiting for Ian and Sunny to get their shit together and get a webcam.
Sunny, you can't do it until
After I
November.
board it. Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't do it.
Fake one. Then using
I'll
it as
go
an
and buy
excuse.
one. Go and buy
I'm
one.
killing ants in the entry.
Wow.
Just as
How
you've
much
killed
is the
many in this campaign.
Alright.
Don't kill anybody.
Good. I expected you to get a lot further. Actually, you did like a lot. I did a lot of prep, but didn't get as far as I thought you would get.
Yeah, we kinda got sidetracked by the
It's
zone
not
of
a bad
truth.
thing. It's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Which means that I can carry over all the stuff that I prepped to next week, so I don't have to prep.
Oh my
Yay!
Nice.
Just so you
Chang.
know.
Guys, I'm not a murderer. I didn't kill anybody.
What do you say?
Right.
What do you say?
He's not a murderer, but
No, someone said Ian,
didn't kill
Ian, were you
anybody.
saying something?
Oh no, when I get my webcam, you're just gonna watch me walking around, because that's what I do every week.
really?
What, you walk around
Oh, cool.
with a wireless headset?
No, it's long wire.
Just walk around. What you do? Pace and think.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's pretty cool.
Makes sense, but I need to type like my notes, so I would do that too actually, like if I had the choice.
mm.
I can't do that because I'm doing too much shit. I don't know how Matt Mercer does like everything with like nothing. He's like memorize everything. I don't even
It's
fucking
all
know.
in his brains.
It's fucking retarded.
He's amazing.
Or genius.
Yeah, he's really good. It's ridiculous.
He's dumb. It's actually dumb how good he is. Don't watch Critical Role. It will spoil you forever. It make you feel inferior.
It does. It does.
I've never watched an episode.
Don't do
Wait,
it. Or
But
do
you should
it.
honestly do
You
it.
should though. It's really very good.
If you want to appreciate D&D on a whole new level, you owe it to yourself to watch Critical Role.
After this campaign, then.
Yeah. You can do it after this campaign.
Yeah.
Sean and I are spoiled already. Like
Mm-hmm.
Almost.
we can never be as they are.
We can be more retarded.
Yeah, you
Oh.
can. For
Yeah.
sure.
I think we have surpassed that. I think.
Actually, sometimes they are more retarded than you.
Yeah,
What?
Sometimes they
Take that as an insult. We gotta up them, man.
they do very questionable things.
They do very questionable things.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get Krezk on fire tomorrow, next week.
If you do that, I need to prepare a whole Krezk battle map. Please tell me if you're going to
No.
price Krezk so I can
No.
Like,
actually.
we'll fireball from the abbot's place because he's got the high ground.
Oh my
And
god.
anyone that comes up to attack us will.
You could actually just like incinerate half of Krezk, or like a lot of Krezk with a fireball, because everything's made of wood.
Ah,
No. Oh
Hey,
my god.
Where's
I'm
that?
just saying that
You should
option.
incinerate the Abbey, is what I said.
Abbey's made of stone.
I know
Oh.
lah, but like, if that is
Destroy
the
only
target, I
nice
think
place
that
ever.
will be the target.
How do you know it's a nice place? They make zombies.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, like hungry zombies. Who do you know?
Oh,
You know,
zombie,
when
he literally looks exactly the same as normal.
Yeah, but
when
like,
he's
you know.
done eating the plates, he's gonna go after our kids.
Come on.
Tom
um,
and Jerry.
he's been with your kids for like a week.
Okay.
Playing the long con.
Yeah,
Sure.
Alida knows what's up.
No, hi.
The long con, like how someone else is playing a long con. I'm fine.
Oh my god.
I'm not. Dude.
Baron is actually like full on this thing near right now.
Yeah, maybe
I'm
that's stirring
kidding.
the shit pot.
I'm
like,
not. As in, this is not Vilda. This is just Varian. But Vilya also, but on like on a level, 2 levels down, like not there. Unless she's in the zone of truth, then she. It's like fuck you.
I think Zone of Truth is
Didn't
not.
do anything.
Yeah. That was
Vilya is
interesting.
a
That was fun.
simpleton. You have to understand.
But Mia didn't do anything.
Exactly, I'm so innocent.
yeah, you're innocent. Don't worry. We're just stirring the shit pot.
It's okay. We found out a lot
Zone
today.
True.
Yeah.
What do you
I
find?
mean,
Actually, quite a few things lah.
Zone of Truth was fun. We should use it more.
Should do it every week.
But like
What should do it? Save 1 slot, so every night we will just do so.
Yeah.
Oh my god, like those fucking
It's like a
AA meetings.
action review.
group motivation or group bonding experience
Group
every night.
therapy.
10 minutes of
A
truth.
focus group. Yeah, it's like a focus group.
Alright guys, let it all out 10 minutes.
This is your time. Who did you or did you not kill during this battle?
How do you feel?
Whoa.
Everyone performed this battle.
Oh, what
do
did
you think
you
can be
feel?
improved?
Then
That can
said you would just like roll freaking 20. Like,
that can
I'm
be a
resisting
thing.
all questions tonight.
I refuse to answer.
That can be a thing.
Yeah, the GM probably will spike his dice.
Oh my god.
What? Spike his dice.
Like behind the scenes at like
How the fuck do I
200.
spike his dice?
Yeah.
You can see the fucking roll.
Fake one lah.
yeah.
I refuse to answer.
You have the right to do that, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's fun. It's great. We really didn't do much this session, but it was so much fun.
Yeah, we didn't fight at all, man.
Yeah,
we just
we-
traveled.
We basically, we just got out and traveled to Krezk.
And got information.
Yeah,
which
but
is
it was
important.
great. It was so fun.
Should drink more, man. Sessions.
You just and Ian can just see him like knocking back his skis. Like,
Wonder if you know
How
what
about
the wisdom
fireball,
saving throws
guys?
are for.
What?
We
Have
have
you
no
actually
idea.
guess what the
I have a wild guess, but I'm gonna turn off the recording right now.
Guess what the what
what
is
the
for.
what is for.
The wisdom saving throw. I'm gonna
Oh
turn-
yeah, what is
I
it?
really don't know.